What's going on YouTube? My name is Andrew. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a product that I think everyone should have in their car. Let's take a look at the Ace Mount Car Jump Starter Kit Model W160. This is something that I believe everybody should have in their car. God forbid you get yourself into a bind and you have a flat tire or your battery's dead and you need a quick jump start. What you're going to get in this box, a nice neoprene case. It is hard shell underneath. Give it a quick unzip. Inside the case, we have the jump starter unit itself. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but that's what you want in terms of carrying cases. So you have your unit there. Comes with a nice instruction manual going over exactly how to charge this, how to use the LED light, the air compressor that is built on board, and how to jumpstart vehicles as well. You're going to get some accessories here in this case. So the first thing we're going to pull out is the air hose for the compressor side. The biggest gripe I see online with this device is most people complain this side of the hose is not a swivel fitting. It's kind of a first world problem to me, but if they wanted to improve the design, put a swivel fitting on this, that way it's easier to connect it to the unit. Next in the packaging is we have our actual battery clamps. This is what plugs into the device. You can see a little bit on this side. Here is a force jump start button. That's for if the battery is completely dead, this will send power to the car and then you'll be able to actually jump start it. A lot of these smaller jumper pack units want to see some sort of voltage on the vehicle battery before they actually will jump start it. That right there is so if the car is completely dead, it will still send power and you can jump start the vehicle. Another thing you're going to have in here is some accessories for your compressor side of things. So in the package, there's some nozzles here, and then you have an actual pin so you can fill up any sort of basketballs or footballs, any sort of ball that needs to be filled in, and a couple other of accessories for the compressor side of things. Last but not least, we're going to have our USB charging cable. If you look closely, you can see that the cable itself is purple on the inside. All that indicates is this cable is rated for a higher amperage in order to charge the jump starter. Looking at the device, on the side, you're going to have your port here to hook up your battery clamps. That way you can jumpstart the car. And then you have a couple of charging ports here on the side. The two USB-A ports are for charging your devices, cell phone, Apple Watch, anything like that. The USB-C port is where you're going to plug in the cable they supplied to charge the unit. On top, you have your LED light right here. And then here's the port for the onboard compressor. In order to use the LED light, the unit has to be on. So just hit the on button. That's where we're greeted with our nice LED backlit screen here, and then you can cycle through the modes. Currently right now it's set up for the custom setting. My unit did come with 3 bars of battery. You hit the mode button and you're going to start cycling through all of the options. So you can see your car mode for filling up car tires, motorcycle tires. Here's a bicycle tire mode, and then custom setting where you can set this all the way up to 150 PSI. I'm in the United States, all we use is PSI, and the only thing I'm really going to be using this for is filling up car tires or jump starting cars, so I'm just going to leave it on the car mode. To adjust your settings, let's say your car needs 30 PSI, you can hit the plus or minus. Let's go down to 30. You'll see right there that it's set. It'll blink, and then it'll show you 0. So, thread in your air compressor hose like this. Right there, and then you would hook this up to the tire, but just to turn the unit on, there's a start-stop button up here. So we're set to 30. You could just hold the on button, and it starts pumping. Hold the stop. Simple like that. Here's a first look at the unit itself. So we have a little demo set up here. The tire is completely flat. I have my phone set up with a stopwatch and we can see how long it's actually going to take to fill up this tire. First thing you want to do, push the actual hose onto the valve stem and lock it in with the lever. Turn your unit on. I have it preset already to the PSI that this car uses. We're going to hold the start button and I'm going to hit the stopwatch. right, so the results are in. To go from completely flat to 35 PSI, it took 8 minutes and 34 seconds. Now the device does have auto on off, so once it hits 35 PSI, it will shut off on its own. It's definitely not the fastest inflator, but I guarantee you this will be a lot cheaper than getting your car towed, or less time than taking the spare out of the trunk and putting it on the vehicle. For the jump starter side of the AC mount unit, I'm going to be putting it through kind of a strenuous test here. My 2006 Duramax is very low on charge and it's not actually cranking, so I'll show you just for transparency. Turn the key on. It is pretty cold out, so I'll let the glow plugs warm up. But to try and start it, she's just clicking, so you can see it's dead. I'm going to hook up the unit, and we're going to see if this can jumpstart my Duramax. The Duramax has side post terminals on it, so I did connect those already, but what you'll see is just open the side port. You're going to plug the jumper pack into it. As you plug it in, there's a green light right there, meaning it's ready to start. So we're going to give this a test. I don't think it's going to start, but let's try it out. Green light's on. Come on, you can do it. Crank the key. Ah, I did it. Once the car starts, be sure to get that unplugged immediately after it starts running. I'm very impressed with this unit. For 70 bucks on Amazon currently, you'd be crazy not to buy this.